Art is all around us. It truly makes up the world we know. So, what is artwork? Today, we will be going over the three main mediums, what they are, when they were invented, when they were most popular, and one piece of art that represents that medium. A medium is what represents art. Has a very broad range. But today we'll be talking about the different paints and mediums. The first one is oil paint. Oil paint is a thick oil-based paint that is slow to dry. It can be worked with very easily, and that's why it was the most popular. It cannot be watered down because it is made of oil, so it's very thick. It was made in the 17th century and was mainly used for wood paintings and statues in Europe. And it was the most popular in the 14th century. It was popular for many years and was the only paint that they really had. The first to try it was Guido di Bondo and Cembalo during the Renaissance era. The Renaissance era was a very dramatic era and was really about faith and one. One popular artwork that was made with oil paint is the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci in 1503. This is the painting. As you can see, it's very dark, which is what oil paint is. If you wanted it to be brighter, you would normally have to use acrylic nowadays. And this was actually never finished, but this was made with oil paint. Oil paint on paper looks like this on the far left. It is still not dried, and I painted it last night, so that just really shows how it doesn't dry quickly. Although the acrylic beside it is brighter, you can still see how dark it really is. The next medium is acrylic. It is a chemical-based paint with pigmented particles and polymer illusion. This can be watered down and is normally watered down or added with more acrylic paint to make it lighter. It dries way faster, and with my experience, it dries 10 to 20 minutes. Acrylic paint is by far easier than oil paint, and that's why it was used more. It was most popular in the 1940s through the 1960s, but it was first made in 1934. One popular art piece made with acrylic is Orange, Red, Yellow by Renato Marc, made in 1961. Here is the painting. As you can see, the title really represents what it is. It's orange, red, and yellow, but it's very bright, and it really represents acrylic oil with the bright paintings. On paper, this is the acrylic paint. It's very bright and it dried very fast, or faster than the oil paint, and it's very easy to work with. The last medium is watercolor. It's a pigmented and a chalky kind of paint. If you were to stick your finger in it, it would just be a little chalky and wouldn't get your finger wet unless you added water to it. It's translucent and is mainly used for dainty, landscaping, and simplistic art. It was made in 4000 BC and was most popular in the 18th century. Paul Sandoval in England used this for his maps. He drew maps and decided for the landscape he was going to use watercolor. One art piece that really represents watercolor is called the Sloop Bramado Winslow by Homer in the 19th century or the 20th century. We don't really know. This is the art piece by him. As you see, it's very landscapic and it really just has plain colors in it, but you can still see how it's translucent, and it's very landscape, like I said. And this is by far my favorite, but not my mom's, because once you put it down, it dries very fast, and you can't work with it. So it's kind of like coloring. And here's watercolor on paper. It's more translucent, and it's not as pigmented, but that is the three mediums in art, and I really hope this represents the different paints you can use, and I hope it inspires you to get into art and really shows that art is all around us, and there's many different ways you can create art. Thank you.